Twilly-dilly-dee, twilly-dilly-dee. Twilly-dilly-dee, tweet, 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 tweet.
She talks to the people all night long, chatting and a-gabbing and a-singing her song. All the divas down on Rainbow Street love to hear Toni go tweet, tweet, tweet. Talking Toni.
Tweet, tweet,
Talk, talking Toni.
tweet, twilly-dee,
Oh, talking Toni really gonna talk tonight.
tweet, twilly-dee.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Talking Toni. I'm Toni Holmperm, the singing diva of Long Island. And as I always say, this is my show where I get to talk to some of the many fabulous people here on Long Island. Joining me today, my very, 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 very extra special guest.
Oh my God. Such
My
adoration.
younger big sister, the one and only mermaid of New York City and Long Island, the one and only Bella Noche.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here.
I am so happy to have you here.
It's so funny. I feel like I've spent all day with you.
I know. It feels like we've been together forever.
Forever. Thanks so much for
Forever.
having me.
Thanks for
I've-
joining me.
No, I've right. So this isn't just like a normal episode.
It
This
is
is
not.
like this was like, okay, hold your breath, run to the car, kind of.
Yes.
But no, I'm super excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah.
Everyone who's watching on Facebook Live, please feel free to comment because this is really a time when we all really
Oh my
need
goodness.
to pull together with everything
Yes,
that's
yes,
going
yes.
on in the world. And we just, what we're just going to do for this one little hour is we're going to just get away from the
I'm all
worries
about it.
and the troubles
I'm here for it.
and just have fun with each other.
Let's dive under the ocean. No one's sick down there.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're just tuning in, thank you, and hopefully we can brighten your day up just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Sometimes you just need just a little bit.
Absolutely.
Makes all the difference. So
Yes.
let's do it.
Absolutely. So, anything new?
I don't have coronavirus.
And just so everyone knows, we're here at Paradise Studios
Yes.
in Massapequa, and everything was disinfected, and we
Oh my
actually
God. I wiped down my chair, I wiped down my
everything
hands, I wiped
down
down my
with
phone. I almost put it in my mouth. Like I was like just
Everything
chewing
has
on
been
antibacterial wipes.
sanitized, and just so you know, so we're being very safe.
Yes,
Everything
we're being
is-
safe and careful, and we hope that
Yes.
you are as well. It's
Yes.
it's very important that everyone take the proper precautions during
Yes.
this, because as scary as it is, like what's scarier is if you do something dumb and something
Yes.
unfortunate happens.
Yes,
So
and don't let fear get to you.
right,
but
it's
use
not
your
about fear.
head.
It's being intelligent, being smart,
Exactly.
being resourceful, and just think. Take a second and think. Should I do this?
What would a drag queen do?
Should I go to this 30+ sex party that's happening next door? Probably not.
No, not a good idea.
No.
But online videos,
Oh my God.
perfectly safe.
Do you know what business is booming right now?
Pornhub.
Pornhub. Yes.
How did I know?
Because we both watch when we're not looking, when the
not
husbands
me.
aren't looking.
I'm a lady.
Of the night.
Oh, so for those of you just tuning in, Bella and I actually we did a get ready with us.
Yeah,
on
my first
Facebook.
ever.
Mine
my first
too.
ever. And I put up a post that was like, it's my first time ever getting into myself on Facebook. And I have this little show called Cocktails and Contours.
Yes.
And that started off as me and another queen putting a face on each other.
Gina Tonic was
Gina
the
Tonic
first
was
one,
my
right?
first ever guest. And so she called me out of my set. She's like, what about the cocktails and condoms? And I was like, that was you putting a face on me,
That's
not
right.
me.
That's right.
So today was my first ever Get Ready With Me. It was yours too, right?
Yes, I've
because
never-
You've done like your makeup
Videos,
tutorials.
but never like just a
live,
live.
like, boy to girl transformation.
No,
Like
no.
it was fun. I had a great
It,
time.
did I make it to girl yet? I'm not
I mean,
sure.
I see two of them right there. So. Something on you's a girl.
Décolletage.
No, but I had a lot of fun.
Yes.
We learned about each other. People were asking questions. It was super cute. I had a great time.
It was a lot of fun.
Got to throw a little shot. It was
Just a little.
Fan Thor.
Just a little
Just a
shade.
tad.
Just a titch. But we had a lot of fun. We were playing with makeup, and actually, this beautiful lipstick that you did.
It was yours that our sister Ashley Jade was just like, ooh, what if you use it this way? And I was like, I'm going to use it. And I love it.
It's
like,
so
shout out to Ashley Jade. I want
yes.
it. I
It's
want
like-
it. And then that gorgeous, like, eyeshadow. The multi-chrome eyeshadow. I feel like, for not having gotten drag for 8 days, I feel goddamn gorgeous. I was telling you before, it was just like, it was nice to be reminded how stunning I am.
It's a funny story because this wasn't really planned too far in advance.
Yeah,
it was kind of last minute. And when I called Bella, it was like, I know it's kind of last minute, but would you be interested? She said, yes, well, I'll do it. What is? I don't care.
Get me out of the house. No, literally. So Toni came over today. We got ready together. Other than my boyfriend Paul, that is the first human being that I've had face-to-face contact with in 8 days.
Lord.
Like, no, it's been, because I have no reason to. If all my gigs are canceled, I'm not just gonna go randomly to the store. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna talk to my neighbors. No. Like, So it was, being raised in New York City. Having New York City probably is very different. Like, there's still subways running, there's still stuff. You can still walk to things.
Yes.
Out in Long Island, and I currently live in Yaphank. Like,
Yaphank.
you can walk to like the forest line.
Yeah.
Like that's where you walk to. You walk to the forest. So it was very refreshing seeing a fellow human being and a fellow drag queen.
Yes.
So it was I needed that today. Thank you.
And she said, I've got a gig to go to. I have a gig.
It was unfamiliar.
Right.
Like time checking, seeing how much time do we have left.
I know. Oh, it was a lot of fun.
It was fun. We had a great time.
I have to give a shout out to Lady LaBelle, who's in the audience.
Hi, LaBelle.
Madison Mansfield.
Mommy Madison.
Of course, Zoe Dunford. Hi, Zoe.
Hi, Zoe.
I know that you were so excited about us doing this show today. So a lot of us drag queens are in the same boat right now.
I beg to think of a drag queen that isn't in this boat. Like, the only queen making money right now is RuPaul.
Yeah.
Like, even the Drag Race girls, like the tours have been canceled.
Exactly.
All the gigs have been canceled. DragCon LA was canceled. So, like, literally the only drag queen making money right now in the world is RuPaul. And so we're all in the same boat, girl.
Yeah. Only those drag queens that have an actual show, are the only ones making any money. But
we're talking about getting paid.
True.
No, but
true.
I mean, it is cool that you at least have something like regular to keep going.
I know. I was like something to plan and look forward to.
Because not for nothing, like before the coronavirus thing, like I was busy. I had just came back from 2 weeks in Florida.
Yes.
I had scheduled another tour in 3 months. I had weddings. I had stuff coming up, and then all of a sudden,
gone.
All of it.
Everything.
All of it. And I was just like, oh wait, now I'm poor and bored. Like,
yep.
So it's been a struggle. I think it's people are most affected like mentally.
Yes.
It's really hard mentally. Like aside
Yes.
from like the physical and like the financial, I think it's a mental. Like I think the hardest thing is getting through mentally and just like getting through that block, whether it be paranoia, whether it be like boredom, whether it be just confusion.
Right.
I think the mental struggle is what most people are dealing with right now.
I think a lot of people are getting too much information.
And there's so much information, and
take a break.
And
at
there's a lot of
times.
misinformation out there too.
Yes.
Like I will never forget. It was like coming up, and someone was doing a thread. It was actually one of my boyfriend's friends who tested positive for coronavirus, and like 5 days ago, he did a live feed and was like talking about it, his symptoms and all that kind of stuff. You would not believe the questions that I was reading, and they were serious. Like one person asked us, like, "Oh, does PrEP protect against coronavirus?" I thought they were joking, so I laughed, and the comment was like, "No, really, does it?" And I was like,
I've seen people thinking that. Yeah, I know.
I was like,
No, it
yeah.
doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
It does not. Just
Sorry about it. No, it doesn't.
does not prevent it. No.
So, but there's just so much misinformation out there too, and that's what happens when people panic.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Don't panic, people. Just stay calm.
not
use your
panic.
heads. Although we both were discussing how going to the supermarket was
Going to the
stressful.
supermarket, I like. I don't even know how to like describe the mental state of going to the supermarket.
I don't either.
It was the last day I was outside. It was 8 days ago. I went to the supermarket and just like you can feel the energy of people. Like
Yes.
before you even like actually start shopping, you pass
Right.
it and you can feel that energy coming off of
Exactly.
them. And then you walk by an aisle where like there's an entire thing of nothing.
Of nothing.
And you're just like, oh, this is real.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's real.
It is. It's real. But this too shall pass.
It will.
It will.
It might be like 2021, but
So, in the meantime, what a lot of us have been doing is a lot of online stuff.
and like people watch like
Yeah.
so normally even today like our
Yes.
Facebook live we getting to face it was probably right around 3 hours.
Yeah.
And usually if I do that, I would normal about 250 views. We cocked out of there. It was almost at 650 views. I was like, wow,
right.
people are bored. Like,
Well, what,
they're
my
home.
fans they just
But-
gravitate towards me, girl.
Yeah, more like the tit. They have their own gravitational pull. And then you put both of us next to each other. No one is safe. Just magnetize everything.
All we need is me, you, and Ashley Jade with the.
Oh my God!
the
Yes.
racks.
We just form like a Trinity circle, just like tits out, just like the little things, the little magic things.
It's like Charmed, the power of three.
Right, the power of 3, except it's 6.
Power of 6.
I love it. I love it.
Oh.
But yeah, there's been a influx of queens that are getting creative and doing online shows, online
Yes.
content.
You have one coming
yes,
up
I have one coming up on
Saturday.
Saturday. Me, Ivy Stalls, Annie Manildew, and Joan Slivers, aka
Mm-hmm.
KJ Johansson, are doing Quarantine Queens. We were
Quarantine
originally
Queens, yes.
supposed to have a show up in Connecticut this Saturday. Obviously got canceled. It was a Disney bingo drag show.
That would've
So
been
I was really
awesome.
excited about it.
That would have been awesome.
So we have decided we're going to do a Facebook Live show from 7 to 9.
Mm-hmm.
All 4 of us will be connecting to Facebook Live together from different places. That's the whole like point. We're all quarantined, but we're doing the show
From an
together.
undisclosed location.
From an undisclosed location.
From an undisclosed hygienic location.
Right. You're going to see tarp in the background.
Hazmat drag is the
Hazmat
new black.
drag, yes.
It's the new black.
Right. So we're doing that on Saturday. I have Cocktails and Contours next Wednesday at 7 that I'm doing.
Yay.
With my boyfriend Paul, who is an actual scientist.
Yes.
Who part of it we're gonna have a live Q&A for people to ask any sort of question about coronavirus and actually get like a real scientific answer based in fact and logic. And so if you have any questions that you really want something to confirm by like an expert, like literally he's a virologist. He studies viruses. That's what he
Yes.
does. Tune in next Wednesday, Spoiled NYC, Cocktails and Contours at 7, and you can get all of your coronavirus questions answered.
Oh, very
Yeah.
nice.
Well, you're doing another live show on Saturday too.
Yes, and I'll talk about that a little
All right,
later.
fine.
I'll
See,
talk
here I
about
am
that a
being
little. I
kind,
don't wanna-
trying to pass
I
the
know.
buck.
I know, but it's like I can't, have it all about me. I mean, I just
What's never
can't.
stopped you before?
Never stopped me before, but I'll be nice. Just the ones.
Just the ones.
Just the ones. Oh, but we really did. We had so much fun today.
Yeah.
And I think people, I don't know if people because we do a lot of stuff together. We've done a lot of things
Yeah.
together, and I always wonder. It's like if people are like, do they fit? They seem like an odd
Yeah,
pairing.
no, it's interesting.
I wonder, but we actually
We clicked.
clicked
I
together
think
so
the thing that you and
well.
I at the baseline we have the same sense of humor.
Yeah.
And I think that's no, seriously, with all of my friends, like you have to have a really, really good sense of humor to get close to me.
Yes.
Because I find almost anything funny, like whether it's actually funny or it's like, ooh, you shouldn't be joking about that funny.
True.
And I know you're like that too. She doesn't like to admit it, but she is.
She is.
So it's yeah, we just if you and I have like the same baseline sense of humor, that's what I was like, okay, we can start being friends, you know?
Yes.
Like I don't get how people don't have a sense of humor about things.
I don't know. Some people,
like that's how I get through like tough stuff.
Yeah, and you know what? If you're doing drag, you need a sense of humor.
You need a sense of like there is nothing more that irks me more than a drag queen that takes herself too seriously.
Too seriously, yes.
It's like, girl, your penis is in your asshole. Calm down. Like, all right. So, like, how can you not make a joke? Like, I just don't get it.
I don't know.
So. One of the lessons of the day: start laughing. Laughing is really good medicine too.
It's good medicine.
It's
that's
mentally,
right.
it creates endorphins. Like, fine, you might get some laugh lines from it, but hashtag worth it. You know?
There's always Botox and
Correct.
Restylane.
You can get that fixed. You cannot fix a broken mind.
No, you can't. You can't. But yes, I actually had posted an old picture today. Remember when we did Shelter
Oh my God.
Island?
Yeah, the picture where I had the back roast. I was like, this shady bitch.
I didn't notice that.
Sure she didn't. Just like I didn't notice your eyebrows and that hairbang.
Oh, jeez. What eyebrows.
Right, exactly. No, that was actually a really fun day.
It was.
Like,
it was an amazing
like,
day.
no, they treated us like we were drag race girls.
Oh, my God.
Like, lines to take pictures, screaming, cheering. You would have thought that we were celebrities from
Really,
TV
you
that
would
literally, like, got dropped off on a helicopter.
You really would have.
It was awesome. It was really, really cool. And then for like such a cool thing of like kids that don't have a lot, it was for that don't have parents, right?
No, that was for kids need more, which is the same
right
organization that Madison, your drag mother, and
yes,
I just did the bingo for.
Yes. I just realized that right now.
Yeah, same organization.
Yeah, and you guys raised how much for that?
Over $7,000.
That's amazing. Like, kudos to you, and shout out to my mom and Maddie.
Madison Mansfield,
yeah,
yes.
I love her.
She was amazing.
She has great taste, apparently.
Yes, apparently.
Because she plucked me out. I was like, I was doing drag for like 2 years already, and she was just like, I think I want you to be my daughter. What do you think about that? And like, it literally like over like a message. And I was like, and I thought she was like half joking because I was just like, she's beautiful. She was Empress of the Imperial Court at the time. I was just like,
Miss Long Island.
Right. She was. So I was just like super flattered. And then she like announced it to a room of people with like a certificate. Like, yep, Bella Noche, drag daughter. And I was like, work. Like, so no, I love my mama Maddie.
I was actually there when Madison won Miss Long Island.
Were you?
Yeah, I got to see her perform.
Oh, that's awesome.
She did a Dream Girls medley, and she was wearing like this beautiful green dress. I love it. I can remember almost everything about it.
I love it. It was such a good sister.
Yes.
You didn't even know you were going to be sisters at that point.
No, I wasn't even doing drag back then. I just went.
How long ago was this?
That was goodness.
You can estimate. You don't have to give all the year dates away.
2011?
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Work.
I think it was around then. I don't know.
Who can tell these days?
Madison is Madison, if you're watching, what was the year that you won Miss Long Island?
She's like, I'm not gonna.
Annie Manitou just woke up.
Oh, hi, Annie.
Hi, Annie. Hi, Ivy.
And Ivy, you're up.
CJ
just woke up.
Watching.
Oh, and my friend Chip. Hi,
Chris
Chip.
from New Bar. Hello. Alexis Flame.
Oh, hi, Alexis.
Oh, she said Alexis says that she believes you were saving a funny story.
Broadcast. What? Oh, my Venmo story.
Oh, that's right. The Venmo story.
Called out. I completely forgot about that. Thanks, Alexis.
Alexis Flame never forgets.
She really doesn't. She really doesn't. That bitch will hold a grudge to the grave and back. Like, she will die, come back, and still have the same grudge.
That's right.
They based that movie after her.
That's right.
Her time in Japan.
Yes.
So I have Cash App and PayPal, but I don't have Venmo. So this was, I need to say like 3 years ago. And I had a Venmo, and so I was living in East Harlem at the time, and we would pay, one person would like take care of each, like one of the bills, right?
Okay.
So one person would collect the money for rent, would collect the money for electric, one would collect for whatever, and each one had like the thing we would do, and we would send each other money like through various things.
Gotcha.
And that was like when Venmo first came out, so I was like, oh, cute, I'm gonna be like on Curve, blah, 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 whatever.
Right.
And so 1 month I was sending my rent money to my roommate. I didn't realize that on the day that I was sending it, like hours before, I had like an automatic like credit card payment taken out. And and it was literally it like cleaned out my bank account. I had totally forgotten about the schedule thing, whatever.
Right.
And Venmo paid the $700 that I was going to use, but then was like, you can't use this again until you pay it back, and I've never paid it back.
Oh.
When do I have $700 to drop for Venmo? Okay, they don't need my $700. They're doing fine without me.
She done already had hers.
They're doing fine without me. I like Cash App better now.
I'm amazed that was actually able to go through with
So was I. I was like, holy shit. I was just thankful that my roommate got rent money.
Right.
Because imagine, like, I was terrified that I wouldn't have rent money on time.
Right.
And it did. And I was like, whew. And I was just like, all right, sorry. It was like, when like someone does something like really great for you before like the last time you ever see them, that was like Venmo.
Now, this is when you were living with Lacey Stoner?
No. I was living with my friend Jason and Michael in East Harlem.
Okay. But I think it's interesting that you did live with two drag queens for a while. Lacey Stoner.
1 year. I lived with 1 year. Avant Garbage.
I always say it wrong. Avant Garbage.
Well, she says that on Facebook because Facebook didn't let her have the name Avant because they didn't believe it was a real name.
Okay, so
remember when all that was going on when
Yes.
drag queens were like
Yes.
getting booted off because they were using their drag names?
Yes.
So that's hers, but it's Avant Garbage.
Avant Garbage.
Yeah. Avant Garbage and Lacey Stoner.
And Lacey Stoner. That must have been an interesting time. 3 drag queens.
You know what was cool
rooming
about
together.
it was that so I started drag in East Harlem when I was living with 2 other guys, and I'd lived with them for almost 2 years before without doing drag. All of a sudden I start doing drag, and it was cute. They would come to my shows, stuff like that. And then I started doing drag professionally, and it kind of like took over everything. Like you could like my room was like a drag explosion.
Right.
I was coming in heels at 3 a.m. on wooden floors.
Oh, geez.
It was so they were like, not that they definitely didn't say, oh, stop doing drag, but they were like, yeah, I think you need to be a little bit more considerate if you're going to keep doing this. So it was something to, like, obviously, you want to be a good roommate. And I genuinely cared about them. They were my friends, so I tried to do that. But then when you live with 2 drag queens, like, everything is, like, off the, like...
Of course.
You don't have to apologize. It's just, like, you should have... Our, like, kitchen table at no point was, like, clear.
Right.
Like, there was either wig heads or makeup or stuff that people were gluing on or things like that.
Right.
But it was kind of cool because it was with 3 fellow artists, and we all got it, and we would inspire each other. We would get to be like, my favorite times are when the 3 of us would get into face together. It was like, I should have set up a video camera for that.
Really? You should have.
Because that was so much fun. But everything from like, trade sneaking out of the middle of the night. There was times we would find Avant
tradesman?
No, there was one time Avant Garbage. She had a gig, and forgive me, Avant, if you hear this. It's just really funny. She was so wasted by the gate. She doesn't know she got home, but apparently she was digging in her bag, couldn't find the key to open the door, so she just passed out on the stairs in front of our door.
Oh, no.
And Lacey came home to like Avant, like strewn out with legs out, and like just did the first thing that you think of and take a picture. So yeah, no, it was fun. It was fun. We had it's cool when you're like living with people that like are like-minded, and you don't have to like be considerate in ways of like, when you're living with someone who doesn't, get the whole like drag thing. So it was fun. I'm glad I got to do that for a year.
Yeah, I actually, I lived with Venice Charles back in like the it was late 90s, early 2000s, and that was like my first time like that was like right after I got divorced, and it's like I just went into the gay life like full throttle, rooming with like a drag queen. I mean, I don't think you can get any more gay than that.
That will definitely fast track you in the
and
gay
that
nightlife.
fast tracks you
Right,
on the gay superhighway.
Either you have to do a drag queen, a DJ, or a promoter.
Exactly.
One of those 3 you will get the nightlife fast track.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it was so funny that like coming into that environment, but it was like I wouldn't want to go back to it, but like at the time when I was living in it, I was having like the time of my life.
Oh yeah.
I
I definitely don't want to go back to that apartment in Brooklyn. I'm very happy with where I am now. But I'm really happy that I had the experience nonetheless.
Yes, absolutely, because it's like it's something. it's
Yeah.
something. And like, you know,
Because I actually got the nightlife fast track as well before drag. Like as a boy, I got the nightlife fast track.
Oh, do tell.
Yeah, so I was single for a number of years in my mid-20s, and I met this guy who was this really, really big promoter in New York City at the time, like won awards for like best promoter of the year and stuff like that. Long story short, he ended up having a thing for me. I had a thing for him back, but I had never really done gay nightlife before. Like I had gone out to a bar and stuff like that. I had seen a drag show, but not like that. He was inviting me to like these massive parties.
Okay.
I was in the VIP section. He was like there. I remember the first time that I felt, I was just like, oh shit. It was at Copacabana, funny enough, and it was one of his parties, and the line was like down the stairs, out the door, and so I was just like, okay, and so I got online and I texted him and I was like, I'll be there soon, and he was like, okay, where are you? And I was just like, oh, I'm online, I'll be there when he's just like, and he didn't respond. The next thing I knew, he came out of the club, came to me, and was like, you don't wait online. And like plucked me out and took me upstairs. And I could feel everyone looking at me as I walked past everyone standing online. And I was just like, I could not help but feel this feels really cool.
Yes.
Like, and so that's eventually like how I would go out in nightlife. Like all the bartenders knew me, all the doormen knew me, all the like, oh no, that's Jason, that's Justin's guy. You know. And that's eventually how I started meeting drag queens, and eventually led me to doing drag. So it was all a plot by the universe.
Yes. Well, that is one great thing about, you know, doing drag is we do sort of get VIP treatment.
We do, even if it's not our show.
Even if it's not
our show, it could be the first time we walk in somewhere. If you look right, you will get treated well.
Yeah,
like
it's like
do a good personality and show up looking cute. Yep.
They don't call us queens for nothing.
Oh,
I mean, but let's face it. And if anyone actually watched our Get Ready today, it doesn't happen in 5 minutes.
It does not.
It's like it's time.
I think someone on there, I forgot who it was, but they were like, wow, you really took 2.5 hours. I was like, yes, this face does not just magically appear, as much as I would love that.
I know, right?
But takes work.
I know. As much as like I'll joke to people, I'm like, oh, it's just a little lip gloss and mascara.
And like, just so y'all know, like that today was me 4 years doing makeup. Toni, what, almost 3?
Yeah.
Now doing makeup, like that was not the way getting into face was year 1.
No.
Like I would not be on
Lord,
Facebook
no.
Live doing that year 1. No. I wouldn't have done it
no.
last year. Like
no way.
Right, because it's
No
like not only
way.
the time it takes, but also like the mistakes you make and going back and erasing and oh my god.
Oh, the first time. Well, I told you the first time that I met you.
Klingon.
Yeah. No.
Oh no, but that was really funny.
It was. It was actually before that.
It was the Copacabana part. No,
Carnival.
Carnival.
I Plainview at the Holiday Inn.
Do you remember that opening number?
I don't really. I don't remember that one. But it was like that was when I was like, as I said, 100 pounds heavier. I was doing the very Tracy Turnblad, and it was like you know, very real girl makeup. I didn't even have a clue how to do drag makeup, and there is a big difference.
Right.
There's a big
difference. Cover girl, don't cover boy,
Don't cover
baby.
boy at
Nope.
all.
No.
Not at all. But as I told you, that was like, I think that was like my 3rd time doing drag, and it was like only the 2nd time me doing my own makeup, and it took me like 8 hours.
That's crazy. Like,
I know.
I know,
think
especially in
now.
the beginning. There are definitely times between like mistakes and taking breaks to cry. I definitely think it would probably like I've topped at 4 hours before. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, you just got to keep doing it. You got to keep
exactly.
going back and doing it. And every time you do it, you get a little better.
A little bit better.
You get a little bit better.
Yes.
Until you look like us.
Exactly. I mean, it's
You're welcome.
sometimes you try, you want to try something out, and it like, you know, doesn't.
Well, and that's
doesn't
the
work
other
out,
thing,
but,
because
you
it's
know.
like you try stuff. It does work. I was telling her earlier, where it's just like there was one time I had a show in Patchogue, and I wanted to try. I was like, I wonder if I can get away with not wearing eyebrows today. And completely did a look, didn't do eyebrows, saved like 20 minutes, and went. And it wasn't until the end that people came up to me and was just like, you don't have eyebrows. And I was just like, nope, I don't. And I got away with it the whole show. Ah!
She don't have eyebrows. She don't have an eyebrow.
The picture's on my Instagram somewhere. If you scroll back enough, you'll find it. I look like a deep sea mermaid, like one that comes out of the abyss that doesn't have. There's just like, oh no, she's down there. She doesn't get a lot of sunlight, but that's okay. We still like her.
A little bit of an alien vibe.
Yeah, very much alien mermaid. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Well, we're going to take just a quick break, and for a quick word from our sponsors, and then we will be right back with more of the Mermaid of New York City and Long Island, Ms. Bella Noche. Right after these words. Hello, welcome back to Talking Toni. I am Toni Holmperm, the singing diva of Long Island, and joining me today, the one and only mermaid of New York City and Long Island, my best younger big sister, Bella Noche.
So many adjectives.
I know.
Thank you, though. I'm super excited to be here.
You're worth them. Although your other sister, Ivy Stalls, apparently she's going to be calling Venmo on you.
How dare you?
A true sister.
They probably no that probably is like in collections somewhere now. Those are the random phone calls I get on my phone every once in a while. And I'm just like, that must be a collector.
She just picks up, she no live here no more.
Just forward the call to you. I'd be like, no, bring out Taco Bella.
I'll pretend to be your sister. She leave home. We don't know where she is. And what is Annie saying? How is that different from any other time? Which time? I don't know. I don't know.
I also doing a special shout out. Jim Silvestri is watching. He is the writer for Thoughtasy NYC.
Yes. Hi, Jim.
He is amazing. Every day he puts out every single event that's going on in New York City and Jersey and Long Island. And now, since there aren't really events going on, his lists are now the online shows that are happening every day.
I know.
So if you want to see what's going on, not just with me and Toni, with everyone, give Silvestri a little follow because he's covering the online gigs now too.
Yes, thank you, Jim.
I love it. Shout out to Jim. You're doing so well. We love you. Thank you for what you do.
I also wanted to say, any drag performers that are watching, if you want to leave your Cash App or Venmo info in the comments.
Oh, cool. I'm going to type mine in right now.
For people, to
Bella Noche
help
NYC
a girl out.
At Gmail.
Feel
Bella
free.
Noche NYC and Cash App. You won't find me on Venmo.
You won't find her on Venmo, but you can find her on Cash App.
Through these two live videos, people are really learning a lot about me today.
I tell you.
No, because I tend to be a little bit more of I'm a social person, but I'm not like a personable person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to give you my life story. I won't tell you unless we're really close friends.
Right.
But I've said some shit today, everyone just you learned shit about Bella.
Who knew?
All it took was a pandemic.
Who knew? All it took was a pandemic
to get me to open my
to
clamshell up.
Open up.
No, I do that all the time.
Oh my! So things are crazy.
Things are crazy.
Things are crazy. But thankfully the drag queens are leading the way and showing people how to have fun.
Right. Yeah. No, it's good. Another thing that I've seen that I really, really like, a lot of celebrity singers and stuff like that. They've been doing free concerts on Facebook Live and Instagram.
I saw Idina Menzel.
Idina Menzel did one.
Who
Catherine
else?
McPhee is doing one. John Lennon did one with Chrissy Teigen the other day.
John Legend.
John Lennon.
You said John Lennon.
I said John Lennon. I'm over here resurrecting the dead.
Yes.
Where's Alexis Flame?
She has powers.
John Legend. John Lennon. See, this is what happens when I'm sober.
Yes. LaBelle. Clam.
Clam. But yeah, no. So there's legit some free concerts going on right now on Instagram, Instagram stories and live and stuff like that. So check those out.
Yeah, I was actually thinking I posted it today because I saw now they have an app like to do like a watch party.
I
with
saw that it was
Netflix.
like the Netflix party or something like that,
Yes.
right? And you can like watch it together and like comment and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I was thinking of doing something with, an LGBTQ movie.
Fun fact. Me and my best friend Jen, who I've known since I was 2,
Mm-hmm.
and we've done it a number of times. We're both obsessed with My Little Pony, the new show. And so a lot of times if we're both bored, we'll call each other and we'll watch an episode with each other on speaker and like talk to each other like we're there during the episode. It's a lot of fun. If you haven't tried it with one of your best friends, like I really suggest you do that. Start with like a TV show. A movie's a little long.
Yeah.
So like hold your phone and have it on speaker and hear someone breathing the whole time. But like a cool TV show, like a half-hour TV show, watch something funny or something like that with like a friend on speaker. It's a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun.
I'll bet. Well, the Netflix thing though, I think that's just like it's like you're watching it
It's
and
like
you
a
can,
chat
and everybody
kind
can,
of
it's like
thing,
can
right?
chat,
Yeah.
like at the same time. So
See, but that's the thing, because if I'm watching, like I have to look down to type and then look back up. Whereas
Yeah.
if you're on speaker, I can watch and like talk to you.
Yeah.
But I applaud them for that.
Yeah, but we've been seeing so many drag queens, especially in our area, doing so much online, video kind of things like Gina Tonic and Vivica Galactica.
Yeah.
They had well last night they did a bingo quarantingo. I think they
I
called
saw
it.
the poster for that.
I didn't get to watch it, but I know they're like scheduling.
Because there's
regular
like
things.
an app or a website that you go to and it's like
Yes.
a bingo card and stuff like
Yes.
that. That's really cute.
That was a great idea, and I was just watching Novazar the other night.
Oh, doing her live thing.
She was
Yeah, I
doing
watched a
live-
bit of that.
live show, and speaking of which, you're doing a quarantine. What is it? What do you call it?
Quarantine Queens.
Quarantine Queens.
Queens with Ivy Stalls, Annie
Annie
Mandeldew,
Mandeldew.
and Joan Slivers, aka KJ Johansson, this Saturday at 7 o'clock on Facebook Live. We are going to be Facebook Living from 4 different places and putting on a show for you guys.
And so they could either watch it on your page.
You could watch it on
Annie's page,
mine, Annie's,
page,
Ivy's, or Kathy's.
Kathy's,
Yep.
yes.
You can find it on any of them.
And oddly enough, after your show
that's from
ends,
7 to 9.
7 to 9.
So-
Then starting at 9 is my foray into this new genre, quarantine aoki. I know. Give me props for coming up with that.
Correct.
Which I'm going to be doing it with the Overreaction.
Yes, I saw.
And we're going to be,
Lovely
'cause-
little singer. I
'cause
love the voice on that one.
Praise the Lord, we can both sing live, so we
Right.
can actually do musical numbers
Right.
To
It's
backing
true, though.
tracks and not get shut down by the Facebook popo.
They don't play around with
They
that.
don't.
They really don't.
No, they don't. So we're going to be, Overy and I are both going to be singing live, singing things we've never done before. We have a duet planned, and we're going to be taking live requests from people that are watching.
That's super cute. I'm
it's
so
like
excited.
we're gonna like we're gonna like really just go for the gusto. It's
Right.
like somebody. I mean. We'll try singing almost anything. Throw us, something
Right.
crazy, and we'll attempt it. It may not sound great, but it'll be funny at best. I can assure
Both of you are pretty good singers. Like,
True, but I like to really rehearse things before. I'm not.
Guess
like,
what? No rehearsals here.
I know. This is karaoke, so
And it's entertainment.
so remember, my best friend's wedding when they make like Cameron Mathis sing.
Cameron Mathis?
Not Cameron Mathis.
Cameron
What-
Diaz?
Cameron Diaz.
We have John Lennon. We
I
have
know,
Cameron
but
Mathis.
I don't know. I don't know. She's a Cameron,
Cameron
something.
Diaz.
She's a Cameron something. Her and all those actresses, blonde actresses
Oh, those
from the
blonde
from the
actresses.
90s. They were all one person at one point, and then they like
They just
did that
separated.
separate, like an amoeba.
Right, through
Yes,
osmosis.
through osmosis. Yes.
Mitosis.
Mitosis. But remember that when they
Yes,
make her like do
I
the
do.
karaoke
Uh-huh.
and like she's like trying to sing and she's like so bad, but it
Right.
was just like then it
Uh-huh.
was like very very endearing. I'm hoping it'll be like that.
Well, I'm going to tune in and find out with popcorn. Just commenting with my nails still on.
Yeah,
like,
well, you can like you request us to do something,
Oh,
girl.
I will.
I know.
I will.
I'm like, oh, I just know all these girls are like they're.
Oh
like,
yeah, well that's
we can
the fun part.
Finally
Well,
get her.
The fun. Also, my two favorite things about the online shows is that queens, especially that there's so many queens in the city and New York and around,
Yes.
and there are people who know you from outside who like can't always get to your shows. So
True.
these are great opportunities to see friends, drag sisters, drag queens you like, queens from out of state, out of town, people from out of town that want to see New York City drag. Like, it's a great opportunity to like get to do
Absolutely,
that from
yeah.
like your home. So yeah, it's not a full on in your face drag show, but you know, the entertainment is there, the queens are pretty, and the drinks are cheap because you bought the bottle.
That's right.
So,
and in most cases, you can actually tip these performers that you're watching. Except you can't tip Bella Noche on Venmo. That's the only thing. You can tip her on, Cash App.
I'll start a
PayPal.
GoFundMe. Get Bella Noche out of Venmo jail.
You can send her money on Facebook. It's all good.
But so that's my second favorite thing about all these online shows are the names that queens are coming up with.
Yes.
Like, okay, so shout out to the best one I've heard so far is from Angel Electra and Shady Pines, who are also doing a show this weekend. I forget which day. I don't want to say which wrong day, but Angel Electra, Shady Pines, look them up. Their show is called Corona She Better Don't.
Corona She Better
Corona She Better
Corona
Don't.
She Better
I
Don't.
lost it when I saw that. I don't even care. Like if people, that was the first time I was dead. I
hilarious.
live for a creative name.
Yes, and I was telling you, Sissy Walken, she's doing a drag cooking show. Penne for your thoughts.
So stupid and brilliant.
I love it.
I love it.
I
Shout
love it.
out to Sissy Walken. Like
know.
again, I love creative, punny titles for shows and stuff like that.
I know, and I have to say, on the whole,
Whose hole?
that whole show
Ooh,
remains
Sin is joining
nameless.
us. Hey, Sin.
Hey, Sin.
Sup, girl?
Hey, and Violet Storm. Hi,
Ooh.
Violet. I really am like so impressed by the drag community, the way that people have said, okay, all my gigs are canceled.
What are we gonna do? Yep.
It's almost like a Mickey Rooney a movie from like the 30s with like Mickey Rooney and Judy Garland when they're like,
oh, I know
hey,
that one.
Hey, let's put on a show.
I know who Judy Garland is.
It's
no,
like,
I know who Mickey Rooney is, but I probably haven't
you
seen
know,
the
like
movie.
that whole thing,
Yeah.
oh, the farm is being foreclosed. Hey, let's put on a show.
Yes, I know exactly what. Yeah, they make fun of that on Family Guy. Yeah, oh, it's so good.
I mean, that's what it's felt like.
Well, because at the heart of it, that's what we are. We're entertainers, we're performers, and even if we're literally just doing these online shows for tips, a lot of us, that's how we started off doing shows anyway.
Yeah.
A lot of us started doing shows either for charity, for tips, or both, you know? And so, yeah, is it the ideal situation? No. But this is our job, our passion, our art. And I can't tell you like how great it feels to be in drag today.
Right.
Like it really does.
Yeah.
Like there's times where I've definitely like drugged my heels to like get into drag, especially if I'm done it like kara as I usually do.
Yeah.
But it was really nice to like shave off the scruff and like turn into this woman, this mermaidy woman.
She had the nerve to post this picture of herself looking all like Johnny Depp trade. I was like, how dare she?
I could not believe how many people, like, because I posted on Facebook and Instagram, literally, I was like, Johnny Depp. And I was like, really? And then they started posting like pictures and GIFs. And I was like, oh, okay, I can kind of see. But I would have never, that was not the intent. And I was just like, all right, Johnny Depp, I'll do it.
And I said, well, that's so ironic because Johnny Depp was married to Amber Heard, who is Mira in the Aquaman movie. So you went from Johnny Depp to Amber Heard.
Right, exactly. Yes! I went from Johnny Depp to Amber Heard. I love that. I need that on a sticker.
It's like you could be their love child.
I would not be mad at that. I would not be mad at that.
I wouldn't mind that Johnny Depp money, let me tell you.
I was literally just going to say, I'm like, I would not mind growing up with that kind of money, girl.
No, let me tell you, girl. Oh, my Lord.
I would have been on every set of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, my Lord.
I love those movies.
Yeah, I do too. So have you been watching a lot of movies right now?
So I've been catching up on a lot of TV. Paul and I have like shows that we've been catching up on. We finally finished the last season of Doctor Who, the latest season of Doctor Who anyway. We're starting Sabrina, the new season of Sabrina.
Okay.
We have to watch the latest episode of Star Trek Picard tonight. That's another one that's like been like really good to watch. Obviously, Drag Race.
Yes.
But yeah, I've been catching up on like shows and also video games. I literally this is for all the nerds out there. One of my favorite video games of all time is the second South Park game, The Fractured But Whole. And it's like a South Park RPG. It literally is like a South Park episode in a video game, has everyone. It's amazing. And I've played it a couple times through, but there's one trophy I'm missing from beating it on the highest level difficulty. So I started that literally like 2 days ago, and I beat it this morning. Like, so lots of video game time.
Goals. And how clean is the house?
I started playing video games because I had nothing else left to clean.
Nothing left to clean.
Like, I was literally, the dog was like, here, take a shit so I have something to clean up, please. Like, but so it's, trying to keep busy, which is why I was so thankful for today. It was such a nice, like, change of pace. I woke up and I was like, I have to shave today. Like, so
I know.
Good. It was very thankful for it.
Yes. But like, everyone who's listening, we both know everybody's going through a tough time. And like we said before, you just gotta stay calm, use your head, don't panic. And sometimes take a break from all the news that's, coming at us.
So my boyfriend, like, obsessed with the news. Always, if it's on, especially now, it's always on. In the morning, he has his coffee, he's getting ready. I know the news is going to be on. He walks out there and it closes.
Turn it off. Yeah.
Completely like off because I know I'm gonna watch it when he's home. I don't need to do that like on my own time. Like I will definitely like go to YouTube. I will put on music videos. I will do, but I can't. You can't. It's good to know what's going on, but there's a point where you have to be like, okay, that's enough because it's just it's repeating the same information.
Yes.
And if you tune in 6 to 10 hours later, yeah, there might be something new. But like, don't go 6 hours just like feeding that because that stays in your brain.
Yeah,
it stays in your brain. That stresses you out, and it's not.
And
good.
I think that contributes to the anxiety.
Of course, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it also depends on who you're getting your news from.
Very true.
Depending on the outlet you choose to,
be careful of your outlet choice.
So,
but like Sunday, I was cooking, and I was like, the news had been on, and I was like, no, I can't. So I put the Golden Girls on.
Love it.
That's like
Love it.
That's like my go-to when like I need to like be cheered up, to laugh, to be happy. It's the Golden Girls.
Mine is either My Little Pony or South Park.
Okay.
That's my go-to. My Little Pony or South Park.
That's what you gotta have your go-tos.
Yeah, just something to completely like take your brain out of the present and stuff like that. Because like sometimes I'll put on like a like Drag Race or like on with Trixie and Katya, but it's still drag, so it's still like still like a little like, especially now where you're thinking about gigs and stuff like that.
Right.
So I've been trying to like limit the drag stuff because it makes you think about it, you know. So South Park and My Little Pony, those are my go-tos.
Yeah, well, you gotta find whatever it is that makes you happy.
Yeah,
takes you to your
happy place.
The happy place. See, like we both like just knew happy place. I think that's why we get along so well.
Right. No. Again, it's the same sense of humor. Also, one of the things I really enjoy about you, especially on your microphone, you know how to land a joke.
I try.
There are many, and I don't even just Queens people who like don't know how to land like a joke because it's about the punchline.
Absolutely.
To land a joke.
Yes.
So I've noticed that you are good at landing a joke. When you set up a joke,
I try. I try. But the thing about me too is I know how to laugh at myself.
You have to be able to laugh. At yourself.
Especially I always say like if you're doing drag, you have to know how to laugh at yourself.
Correct.
That because it's so important. Especially you can't get an audience really to laugh with you if you're
not vulnerable to make a fool of yourself a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I found that so true.
And the things I've seen drag queens do to get a laugh out of the crowd. And it's like, hey, do it, girl. Do what you got to do to make that audience be on your side. Because that's really what it's about. Yeah. It's when you're starting a show. That first 10 minutes is so integral. You should be trying to win the audience on your side so that they're there for you the rest of the show. Right. And in that first 10 minutes, you better be impressive as hell and act a fool because drag now is basically mainstream, and you can turn
Yeah.
on anything and see drag anywhere. So you need to win that
Anywhere.
audience over. You got 10 minutes. Go.
We're literally, and we just did this.
Right.
They were literally in coffee shops. We did, that was I don't know. Was that your last thing?
No, my last
No,
one,
you had Stonewall.
I had Stonewall.
You had
The
Stonewall.
last gig I did was last Wednesday, Polish the Queen at Stonewall. And I'm so happy that I did that. It was such a great night. Really good turnout. And like coming home looking back, funny enough, when I came home the next day when they were talking about the up for, I was just like, holy shit, Stonewall was really crowded yesterday. I hope I didn't cash it.
Scary.
Right? A little
Yeah.
bit. And thankfully, like,
I
nothing happened.
didn't even
But
think about
it was a really good, like, final show without even knowing it was a final show until all this passes. But yeah, really, really good night. Shout out to Phil Chanel and the team at Polish the Queen. 'Cause
Yay, Polish
love you
the
guys.
Queen.
Yeah. They just won a Glam Award, girl.
All right.
Best competition.
Yeah.
So
And actually, when Ivy was in that chair, we were talking about.
she was.
Yes, she was. Quick, I gotta grab
I need
a
another
Clorox
wife. I need another wife.
There's a wipe right there. I was talking about how you, Ivy, and Annie that you placed as like a trio in the
top of the thought list.
Odyssey
Yeah, that
thought
Jim
list
Silvestri made.
that
Yeah,
Jim
yeah.
made,
We were a
yes.
trio, which I kind of loved.
I love it,
I
yes.
love that because it's one of the things that I feel like I've experienced differently. New York drag versus Long Island drag as far as a community. Like it is very much a community out here, and
Yes.
no shade to New York City drag. It's just that there are so many queens there.
Yes.
So like you find like your clique, your niche, your family, but like there are drag queens that you've never met that you will never meet.
Right.
Like Long Island drag. Like if you're a drag queen and like we don't know you, it's just like, are you really a Long Island drag queen?
Yeah.
Like
If we don't know you.
right? We know all the Long Island drag queens
Yes.
out here, and it's very much a community.
Yeah.
So-
And it's like almost everyone has been in my home to pick up wigs.
Right.
From my husband. Literally.
It's true. Oh God, I know.
It's the truth.
Soon you're gonna one day just gonna have cars like parked outside, just like waiting for pickups. Like,
right, yeah.
like revolving like car
I
door
know.
pickups.
Well, we may have to do that in the age of the pandemic. Like,
Right.
your wig will be outside and hermetically
He'll have
sealed.
tables outside
Yes.
the lawn with little like name tags of who's who with an envelope. Leave the money here, and we'll just take the wig.
Like a big like turning thing. Like you put the money in and then we turn it and the wig comes out on a styrofoam head.
That would be amazing. Oh my god, a wig vending machine.
A wig vending machine.
And he'll just have some like standard styles in there just in case anyone wants to walk up and buy one.
Oh, that
That would be amazing.
That would be hilarious.
That would be awesome. Hashtag goals. Like,
Yes. Oh,
I would die.
That is such a great idea. A wig vending machine.
right. Oh, that would be awesome.
Oh my lord! Oh, that would be hilarious.
That
just the
would be
idea.
if we had the money and technology and
I know.
space.
Yeah.
Because you'd need. Ooh, that'd be like a whole wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Like you could probably do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 18,
Right.
maybe 18 wigs in there at a time,
Right.
depending on how big they are. But
Yes.
can you imagine? That would be awesome.
And we named them after us.
Well, of course.
Like the big green one, that would
Right,
be the
that was
Bella.
the Bella.
The big blonde, that's the Toni.
Right.
The
Yeah,
pink.
the pink with the waves is the Ivy.
Ivy.
Big poodle poof is the Annie.
Yes.
That would be so cool.
I know, that would be hilarious.
That would be really, really funny.
Oh.
Ah.
Yes, LaBelle is like, what wig vending machine?
Right? LaBelle would be like the really cool like side front with the back curl.
Yes.
That would be the LaBelle.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Oh god, that would be amazing.
Your boyfriend Paul, he's watching you.
Oh, hi Paul.
He
I forgot to
commented-
feed Spock before I left. I'm sorry.
feed
So
Spock.
he needs food.
Feed Spock.
No, usually I'm really good. Usually I feed him like around like 5:30, unless he lets me know he's hungry first. But we were getting ready. We left at 5. I completely forgot to feed him. I'm sorry. I'm
She's
usually
sorry.
really good at that.
She's
No,
sorry.
literally, he comes home. Has Spock been fed? Yes.
Well, what else was there to do the past few days?
Like Spock, are you hungry yet?
Are you hungry yet? Are you hungry now? Are you hungry now? Are you hungry now?
Hurry up and shit! I need something to clean.
Oh, but this is our reality at the
This
moment.
is the reality, and like all realities, you just have to make the best with the cards you're dealt.
Yeah,
you know. And right now, we are all being dealt a very specific hand.
Yeah.
And it could be the end of you, or you could use this as an opportunity to do something completely new that you never knew that you could do before.
Yeah.
So I would challenge everyone, like, find something to do that you've never done before. You have the time.
Yeah, you've got the time. Do it now.
Probably like don't travel, but
No.
you know,
No
if it
travel.
involves like not getting on a plane or
You can travel virtually on the computer.
Correct. So, but yeah, I think that's a good, like, find something that you've never done before and like do it. Learn a new skill. Start a TV series that you never thought you were gonna get around to watch.
Right.
Something out of the ordinary. You need to break yourself out of like this mentality.
I've been working on like new songs that like I haven't ever, things that I like. Oh, nobody would ever expect me to do that.
Yeah.
And,
seriously, I was practicing the other day. I took out a wig, like a wig that I haven't worn in a while, and I was just like, let's practice teasing. Like, literally, I was just like, let's find something to like work the skill set.
If I ever even attempted that, my husband would be like, what are you doing? Stop!
Don't touch it!
Don't touch it! Put that
Like,
down right
no,
now!
He could be at the other end of the house. He could feel you
Oh,
touch
my
the
Lord,
wig, and
absolutely.
he would come running.
Yes.
Cigarette in hand. Get away from it! Like,
Put the wig down. Put the teasing brush down. Put the got to be glued down and step away from the wig.
come on, got to be glued.
That's what he uses.
No, that is like
Got to be glued.
hairspray.
Yeah.
Like there's got to be glued and there's Aquanet.
Yeah.
Like,
Also,
Yep.
also that pump it up is good. He uses that too.
Oh, I've never tried that one.
Yeah,
but
you gotta
I've heard,
try that,
I've heard
girl.
people, and I've seen it in the dressing room with some other queens. Yeah.
Somebody's saying, let's make wig vending machines a thing.
I'm
Yes.
about that. If someone
my
wants to
Lord.
fund that, I will design it.
I know.
I will
that would-
absolutely
that would be-
design. I will design the entire thing.
I know, that would-
I'm
that would
actually
be
really good at
hilarious.
designing. I really love it.
That would be so
That
funny.
would be amazing.
I mean, I'm like, even just to like make like a YouTube video.
Right, like
with,
just as like a
wig
prop, like a
vending
wig
machine. Yeah.
vending machine, and just
Yeah.
like make a video out of it. I think that would be hysterical.
Like a drag queen, she's running late to the gig.
Right,
And she just has a wig cap on.
Or she's packing everything, driving. There's like, shit, I forgot my wig.
My wig.
Driving to the gig and for suddenly remember you don't have your wig, and do a whole like
Yeah.
infomercial on it.
Yes.
That would be hysterical.
It's like some like sort of like ratty
Girl,
tatty
if
gas
this-
station.
Right, no, if this quarantine keeps going, like you with the wigs that Frank has in that room
I know.
alone, we could just like pop and like make a little like drag like infomercial video about like a wig vending machine.
I know. Oh my Lord, that would be hilarious.
I'm writing that down in my
Yes.
notes later. That could be a really funny little video.
And it's like the queen is like she just has a wig cap on and she's like looking at the different
Right.
styles and trying to decide.
And then have someone come up and help her like a used car salesman
Yeah.
come up with like a drag queen and just like,
Yeah.
well, this one has great mileage, only worn once, a little bit of sweat, but like I think that would be hysterical.
There's a little bit of glue. Right.
She did it. I was gonna see if you were gonna do it.
A little alcohol will get it right out, honey.
I live so hard.
Oh, some of you out there will get the joke. Oh my! I'm trying to see. Oh, I lost all my comments. I don't know
You
what
lost
happened
all
here.
your comments.
Lost all the comments. I can't see what people are saying.
Let's say.
I don't know. I touched something. All this newfangled technology.
Also, if you're
I
wearing
don't know.
nails and you're trying to use a smartphone, like, good luck.
Do you have like the Face ID on yours?
No, I would rather do a passcode because I've seen it does not recognize.
It doesn't
drag queen
recognize me
faces.
in drag. My phone,
Which,
yes.
which is a compliment.
I know,
'Cause,
right?
Like,
I
there's
guess.
no sadder thing than your phone could recognize your boy
If your phone
and your drag
recognizes you
face.
in drag.
If your Face ID cannot recognize you in drag, you're doing it correctly.
You're
Doing it correctly.
You're doing correctly.
But I don't have time for that, so I turned it
Yes,
off.
Absolutely, yes. If your phone does recognize you
Try harder.
in drag, we have to talk.
harder.
We have to talk.
I'm not a fan of your makeup.
You should try a nude lip.
I did for 2 weeks in Florida.
That's right. That's right. When
She
you
was
were
Miss
J-Lo.
Lopez.
She
Miss
was Jennifer
Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, I like tacos and burritos.
Tacos and burritos.
That's
and
in South Park.
And what was it? What did she take? She took the 9, right?
The 6.
The 6.
The 9.
The 9.
There is no
6,
9 train.
9.
Close though.
6 and
6,
9.
9.
I just feel like they go
I
together.
saw what you did there.
They just go together, as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, as long as they're facing different directions.
Yes. Well, I can't believe it, but we're about at the end of the show.
I cannot believe it.
I'd go so fast. I know.
Well, no, when I had you on Cocktails and Contours, the same thing happened too.
Yes.
It goes so fast, but that's what happens when you're having fun.
When you're having fun, and we did. I think we had a lot of fun.
I had a blast. I literally had a blast with you all day.
I know, it was
Thank
so much
you
fun.
for like saving me from just like I was in a social quarantine.
Yes.
I really was. I was in a social quarantine. So thank you for not only
You
coming
took
over.
social distancing to the nth level.
Correct. I was like, no one.
No one.
So no, thank you for coming over and hanging out. Thank you for getting me
thank
out of the
you.
house. Thank you for having me. I've had really, really like so much fun with you today.
This I will never forget this day, like for the rest of my life. This was so much fun.
And just like, and also what was centered around, like,
yes, I know.
super.
This is like, remember the pandemic of 20? Oh, I'll never forget. Yeah, I did a live get ready with Bella. Then we did my radio show.
She rescued me from 8 days of
I'll never
insanity.
forget. I'll never forget. Oh, but quickly, where can people find you on social media?
You can find me at Bella Noche NYC at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Cash App, PayPal, not Venmo, and not Craigslist because they took
Ivy Stalls. Don't rat her out to Venmo, please.
Too late. She is composing a message as an
Dear
email.
Venmo.
Dear Venmo, have you been looking for a mermaid? I found her.
And this Saturday
you can find 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. Quarantine Queens, you can find it on my page, Ivy Stalls, Annie Maneldew, or Kathy Shaner Johansson.
And you'll have all the information if people want to hopefully please tip while they're
doing
watching.
Shows, so we're gonna have all of our tipping. We're gonna have one tipping account through KBJB Entertainment.
There you go.
All the tips are gonna go there, and at the end of the show, we're just gonna split all the tips between the 4 of us.
There you go. So you can just do the
please
one
watch,
tip.
please
And
support.
we'll go to all the girls, and you can catch me next right after your show on Saturday.
It's literally like a bar show. It's like a New York City bar show. When one drag queen show ends, the next one starts right after.
And my quarantine aoki with overreaction will
and
start.
You don't even have to move.
You don't even have to
refill
move
your cocktail.
Yeah, right. I mean, what could be better?
You literally just have to go to another page.
What could be better? And Overy and I, we will be singing live. We will be taking requests to do karaoke numbers, and we'll be doing a very special duet. And that's all this Saturday. Who would have thought? And there you go. There's actually something to look forward to.
There's always something to look forward to if you just look hard enough.
If you just look hard enough.
Just look hard enough.
So again, thank you so much.
Of course,
for
anytime.
being here.
I had so much fun. Thank you for having me.
My younger big sister Bella Noche, and I want to thank all of you who tuned in to just have a little fun with us.
Fun.
And just take
a
a
mental
break from everything.
A mental vacation, if you will.
Yeah. So
no one's going to be taking real vacations for a while.
No. So, but everybody, please stay safe. Please remember, wash your hands.
This is not the time for grinder hookups.
No, no.
If you don't have to go outside, stay home.
Exactly.
But other than that, stay happy and stay safe.
Yes. And thank you all so much for joining us today. And I will be back in 2 weeks right here on Talking Tony. Good night, everyone, and stay safe.
Bye, everyone.
Twilly-dilly-dee, 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 tweet, 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 tweet.
She talks to the people all night long, chatting and a gabbing and a singing her song. All the divas down on Rainbow Street love to hear Tony go tweet, tweet, tweet. Talking Tony,
Tweet, tweet,
talk, talking Tony.
tweet, twilly-dee.
Oh, talking Tony gonna talk tonight.